Welcome to the Business Growth Spotlight, where we shine the light and talk with business leaders from all over the world who share their insights and expertise so we can all grow together. I'm your host, Heidi Schock, co-founder of HLH Growth Solutions, where we help companies scale their revenue through outside-the-box visibility strategies. And if you're new to the podcast, welcome. We're excited to have you today. And I'm so excited to be talking with my guest today. We've been chatting a little bit about behind the scenes, and she's in pink, my favorite color. So I'm even more excited to chat. But without further ado, let me introduce Lilit Azatyan with Pogos. Welcome, Lilit, to the podcast.
Thank you so much, Heidi, for the invite. I'm excited to be here today.
Absolutely. You're very welcome. And thank you for being a yes. I am very grateful for your time today. So Lilit, can you kick us off by sharing a little bit about you, about Pogos, and your role within the company?
Sure. So I'm Lilit Azatyan, representing Pogos Software Outsourcing Company. Pogos was founded back in 2022. At that time, I was working at a US healthcare startup, Armenia branch, which is my country here in Yerevan, and I was the branch director. Unfortunately, due to multiple reasons, our company had to wind down, and that was a time when me and my friend, who was also at that time the QA director of that startup company, founded our own software consulting company. And taking into account that we were in the healthcare sphere for over already 6 years, we have decided to take this target and continue also our partnership and collaboration there. Also, during my time working at Vineri, as I mentioned, there was a healthcare startup which was focused on personalized therapies. And that was the experience that gave me a deep understanding of how critical quality, reliability, and aligned teams are in regulated industries like healthcare. Also, over time, I realized that many startups, especially in health tech, struggle to find technical partners who truly understand the space and could scale with them. And that was the gap that we noticed and we wanted to fill. And we always position ourselves that we're not just a development or QA vendor. We position ourselves as strategic partners who are helping healthcare and digital health companies build robust products with confidence. And one other thing that also makes us unique is the team. As I mentioned, we used to work in another startup together. So we took that team and now we are in this team, and we already have this bond with each other and are all in the same sphere and can partner with each other.
Oh, thank you so much for sharing all of that and your journey. So, Lilit, what problems does Pogo solve that other platforms or solutions in your space may overlook?
So we are partnering with startup companies that are building platforms, and they have a number of challenges, technological challenges. So what we would do, as I mentioned, we position ourselves as strategic partners. So we would do some analysis, trying to understand what is needed there, what needs to be done in order to have a better result. So this is how our partnership takes place. And what we want to do there is to help them build and scale the digital products that they already have. So we would join with their engineering teams, join forces, and together come to a better result.
As founder and leader, how do you stay grounded and focused while navigating the fast-paced tech environment?
That's actually a very good question, especially me. I actually don't have a technical background. I'm humanitarian. And being in a tech sphere at first was challenging, but over these 10 years, you already get to know what is going on. During the challenges, I just rely on my team. But we have a very strong engineering team, as well as my co-founder who has a technical background. So the only thing that I would do was rely on them and trust them to see what we can integrate, what we can do there, especially now when AI is coming there. So we are always trying to keep up with the trends and bring them into the products that we are working on.
That's an important piece, though, that not a lot of people realize, that when you're a leader, you need to trust your team, right?
Yeah.
And not be and like let go of the micromanaging factor that a lot of leaders struggle or challenge with letting go of. They want to micromanage everyone, and you have to be able to trust your team that they've got it, right? You're bringing in you're bringing in the people that have the expertise, so you don't have to do everything. You don't need to have your hands in everything. You get to focus on what you're really good at, and they get to focus on what they're really good at. So I love that you shared that, because I think that's a piece that many leaders, or just many people, when they're starting a business, overlook and they forget about.
Yeah.
So go ahead.
Yeah, I just wanted to say that I so much agree with you. During my career in the beginning, when I was just stepping into a leadership role, for me, delegating tasks was a challenge. Like I would overlook, I would micromanage, and yet I was like, I would do it better. But over time, you realize that it's just impossible. You need to delegate in order to even like contribute more and to deliver successfully. So I agree with you totally.
Yeah, and when you're micromanaging and you're focused on everything that everybody else is doing, it's slowing your growth. It's not speeding up your growth,
Exactly.
right?
Exactly.
Yeah. So, Lilith, in what ways has your leadership style evolved as Pogos has grown? And what leadership traits do you believe are the most critical in the tech industry today or in any industry?
Over time, I think a good leader is the one who is able to listen, to try to understand what is going on, and to also give a chance for their team to have a say in it, to be heard. I think this is one of the most important traits of a leader, and over time, this is one of the traits that I try to evolve because in the past I would listen but not listen to the end. But when you are able to listen to the end, you have answers to so many questions that in the end you have the final picture. What about tech and leadership? Again, I think it's all to keep up with the trends, to always learn because every day we have a new thing, and to also make sure that your team has the necessary equipment and trainings that they need. For example, one of the benefits that we have for our employees is training. We're always encouraging them, always even financially supporting so that they are also very well trained and keep up with everything.
Amazing. What are some of, you've brought up trends. What are some of the most exciting trends you're seeing in your industry and how is Pogos aligning with them?
So I guess like the most the trend is AI.
Mhm.
So whatever we need, even back then when we started with our partners, AI was there, but it was not being used. So over time, we would come up with suggestions how we can integrate AI and even make their products more attractive for the clients. I guess this is the number one trend that we wanted to integrate and to bring to our clients.
So Pogo seems to sit at the intersection of both innovation and usability. How do you
Mhm.
approach building a product that's both powerful and also easy to use?
Good UI. For that, I think having a direct interaction with customers and clients is the number one priority because the end users are the most important ones. And when, for example, if you are in healthcare, you need to understand how that those treatments, how those clinical trials are taking place. Because if you don't know them, even if you want to technically bring them into life, it's just impossible, or you will miss some things. I think the most important thing is the right interaction between tech partners and those who are the end users to have alignment within those two parties in order to have a successful result.
So Lilith, what's been your biggest challenge as a leader growing a tech platform and or challenges as you've been growing Pogos and how have you overcome them?
I can bring the example of 2025. I don't want to make this political, but due to the recent political changes, most of our partners and their direct clients have been affected. And this is a challenge because this brings the cost cutting, this brings slowness because the product is there, but the clients are not ready to pay for that. So you need to put them um, on stop for a moment of time. This has been a challenge. I think again, being transparent with your team, having another opportunities, and also like collectively come to a decision how we can navigate through these challenging times has been very important. And luckily, we have partners who have also been transparent with us beforehand, and we could handle all the challenges that we had. I think most of the challenges that we face at Pogos are regarding this to keep up the team and to keep the product going.
Mhm. So what's next for Pogos? What's your big goal for 20 or goals for 2025?
We want to increase our presence in the US market because we do think that we have the skills and experience that US startups can benefit from. We want to train our team to bring them to another level because as senior they are, as powerful they are, and we can come up with better solutions. And of course, scale Pogos, bring in new clients, new partners to be able to grow sustainably.
So You're in the healthcare space, you shared, correct?
That's our target sphere, but we also are somehow integrated into e-commerce sphere. But our target is healthcare because the large part of our experience come from that sphere.
Okay, so visibility wise, marketing wise, can you share some of the things that have worked for you? Like how are you getting in front of your ideal client?
Most of Well works network referrals, and I think that was also part of the reasons we have decided to target healthcare because all our network are within the sphere, and when they have been working with us, they know the quality that we have of the work that we do. They want to partner with us. So I can say the most powerful method of having new people on your team is, of course, referrals.
Mm. Has there
But
been
besides Yeah, sorry. But besides it, of course, attending events, sphere events, and networking, and also having digital presence on LinkedIn or any other platform that is reasonable.
Amazing. So is there anything that you've tried marketing wise or to get out there and get in front of your sphere that have not been as say it might work from other companies, but that doesn't work for us? Is there anything that you've tried so far that's just like it just hasn't worked the way we want, the way we hope to work, if for it to work?
Yeah, absolutely. The cold outreach is not working for us. So we
Yeah.
just stopped doing that. It's not working for us because when people want to have a team, want to have an team that is not within their same location, they want to trust them. And where trust comes when someone knows them. And I guess that's a significant part that trust should be there. If the trust is not there, and building trust takes a lot of times. Even if I take myself, if I want to do something, whether it's a surveys or any other thing, I would first ask my network because they will have reviews, they will have credible reviews. So I guess that's it.
Yeah. And you're also now trying podcasts, right? You're getting on podcasts. You're here today. Granted, we're not specifically targeting your sphere, but the more that you can get out there in those types of arenas that have your sphere as the audience, the more that you're going to get in front of them too. So, and that builds up like known
Agree.
trust factor pretty quickly as well.
Yeah.
Fantastic. So Lilit, if I was able to give you a magic wand and you could wave it over any issue that you have right now in your business that could hold you back from achieving your goal, what would that challenge or issue be? And
To have a sustainable pipeline of clients because that's what keeps our business grow. That
amazing.
that's the major challenge that we're currently working on because luckily we have long-term partnerships. We have partners who have been with us for over 2 years who are very satisfied with the work that we do and they want to continue with us. So from that perspective, I think we have succeeded because from the very beginning we truly didn't want to say that we're just contractors. No, because that's not the case. We truly care about the business. We truly care about their success and we involve 100% into the project to make it successful. And I guess we are there when the partnership takes place. So in order to have that happen, we need to have more partnerships. So I wish you could give us with the magic wind, let's say 100 new people on our pipeline interested.
I love it. I love it. It's a great response. And we're gonna put the magic wand out there to make that happen for you.
I
Um,
really hope so, Heidi.
Lilith, what advice would you give to other entrepreneurs building tech platforms in highly competitive or rapidly changing markets?
To be consistent, that's the number one key. And how to tell it right, but to make sure they have the right team
Mhm.
because they're the most important ones and to treat the team in a very good way because they're the one who build it and they're the one who will keep it growing.
Yeah, I love that answer. And I've heard that a lot, that culture matters. So let's talk about culture real quick. How do you foster a strong company culture at Pogos that supports your growth, innovation, and resilience?
So as I mentioned previously, I was working at another US healthcare startup, which had an amazing culture, both in the States and in our country. It was known for its good culture. And that was the culture that we, the initial employees of the company, have built. So we now try to keep up with the same culture, which is to have inclusiveness. So everyone within the team is included into the projects. We try to, even the projects are separate, let's say the team members are not working directly with each other, we always try to have time when they have cross-team communication and collaboration, whether it's a team event, or it's an internal project we're working on, it's a hackathon, etc. But we want to keep this culture growing. We want to have such a working atmosphere, such a place that people come and enjoy working there. And maybe also the benefits that we're using is, after COVID, to have this hybrid approach to make sure that people also spend time with their families. That is also for us important, because I myself have a family, and for me it's important to have a hybrid approach to work from both from office and from home. And other part is that, of course, having fun with the team. I think this is also the number one important, that you also need to have some time to have fun, because it's not only work, it's also fun. So we would gather once a month, we would play games, board games, have fun with each other, and just talk.
I love that. I think fun is so important because we can get bogged down with the to-dos and the have-tos, right, in business. And we can forget about, the joy that we're bringing. So I really love that you prioritize that with your team and you bring in the fun, especially whether it's, once a month or whatever it looks like, doing something together and bringing that community, your team back together as a unit to support each other. My last question for you is, Lilit, looking ahead, what excites you the most about the next phase of growth for Pogos, and what impact do you hope to make in the broader tech,
to be able to deliver the project that we're currently working on with success, to see the success of our partners. This is also very important for us, because we want them to succeed and to go to the market and have earned what they actually need to have. This is the number one. Second, to build products that are actually contributing to the human health and life. That is also one of the reasons why I've chosen healthcare, because what we do at the end of the day saves lives of humans. And this is very important and very significant for us. I think that's the one thing that motivates us the most.
Yeah.
Every time we know that a patient went through the software that we have built and it was a success, that's a win.
Yeah.
That's something that we celebrate.
Yeah, I love that you that's very key to you, and it's like the why that drives you and keeps you going. So Lily, is there anything that you'd like to share before we wrap up that I haven't asked you or we haven't touched on today?
I think the questions were great. Thanks a lot, Heidi. I just enjoyed this conversation.
I've so enjoyed talking with you, Lilit. Thank you so much for being here. If you're watching Lilit and I on YouTube right now and you've loved this conversation, you love her as much as I do, please hit that subscribe button and share this conversation. Share Lilit and Pogos with someone you know that may benefit from their product, their service. And if you're listening to us on your favorite podcast platform, like Apple, Spotify, Amazon, or iHeartRadio, or any of the other ones, and you can leave a review, we ask you to leave us a 5 stars. This enables us to be able to reach more people and bring our amazing guests like we had, like Lilit today, to the world. Our goal is to help other CEOs, founders, and startups grow so they can stay in business and continue to grow and flourish. I promised you all a gift at the end. If you're looking to grow your visibility, Lilit shared her strategies here today. If you're looking to grow your visibility and you feel like you're just not getting the traction that you want to get in that area, then go ahead and download our free Spotlight to Scale blueprint. You can go to spotlighttoscale.com blueprint or / blueprint and grab that. Lilit, for those of you who are listening, they want to reach out to you. How can they connect with you?
LinkedIn. I'm on LinkedIn, and I will be just happy to connect. And in case I can be helpful, more than happy.
Yeah. So we're going to have all of Lilit's contact information, all of her connect information inside the show notes, as well as her bio. You can learn more about her and Pogos there, but definitely reach out to and on LinkedIn. I reached out to her, she connected right away. So she's in there all the time. Connect with her, reach out to her, have a conversation. As you can tell, she's just a wonderful lady to engage with. Lilit, thank you. Thank you for your time. This has been amazing, wonderful. I've really enjoyed our conversation, and thank you for
so
being
much.
here.
Thank you so much.
And thank you all for listening to Lilit and I today on the Business Growth Spotlight. We will see you in the next episode.